So now we're ready to add our trees to the canvas. So you can use a fan brush like the one I just put down, or the one that I left in my hand. It's a flat brush, but it has a bit of a rounded edge to it. And for this particular project, I chose to use this one. Either one will work and it will have exactly the same look to it. So the first thing you're going to do is put some of the black paint on your brush, and you're going to put a line for the trunk of the tree. And then you're going to be very light-handed, and you're going to just tap the end of the brush all the way down the tree to get the branches of the tree. Now, better to be light-handed with this and need to add more later than be heavy-handed, because once it's down, you can't really take the paint up unless you take a Q-tip and some water. But again, better to be light-handed and need to add some more to it than be too heavy-handed. And if you wanted, you could take a piece of scrap paper and practice this on a scrap paper first, just to get the technique down before you start working on your canvas. And you'll notice that my trees are all different height. You don't want to have a forest with all exactly the same heighted trees, because that doesn't look natural. So I tend to start with my two tallest ones and then work the smaller ones around that. And I tend to put one towards the right side of the canvas, one towards the left side of the canvas, and I put the shorter ones between and on the sides of them. And just fill it in as you go, as you see where you want to fill in with a tree. You can do less than I've put here, you can add more than I've put here. There's really no right or wrong. The only thing that I would say is make sure they're not all different height, or not all the same height. You definitely want them different heights because it just looks a little bit more natural here. And you also don't want to have them all evenly spaced. Put some a little bit closer to each other than others. Once again, it doesn't look natural if they're all evenly spaced. Once you've got the top of the trees done, we're simply going to fill in the bottom of the canvas with some black paint. And make sure you also do the sides of your canvas as well. So the bottom of the canvas should be completely black. The sides, I would use that same brush and kind of put a partial tree on the side just to make it look like it wrapped around the edge of the canvas, and then paint the bottom of it black. Once you have the canvas completely painted black on the bottom, we're going to let it completely dry. Now at this point, this is where you can stop and leave your project as is. It is complete as it is, or you can take it to the next lesson and make it a bit wintry.